Hello my friends and welcome back to the Scott Reed Project. Now I've had another idea. Following on from my pork belly plat or braid, which has been uber successful. People are making it all around the world, and I know a lot of guys over the pond in restaurants are making it, which has been brilliant, and they've been sending me videos thanking me for the idea. It's been awesome. It's had over 140,000 views and it's climbing. So I thought, how can I not so much better that, because that is a seriously cool cut of meat, but something equal to that. So stood at the block again, I had this idea popped up, and I'm calling it the Three Little Pigs Roulade. So what we got again is some belly pork, and basically what I'm going to do, let's put that over there, is butterfly this out two ways, and I am going to stuff it, because it's called the Three Little Pigs. So there's your one piggy, your belly pork. I'm going to stuff it with black pudding, raw chorizo, and then into that stuffing I am going to put some sweated down onions. That's about one medium-sized onion, sweated down slowly in some oil with 2 cloves of garlic. I'm going to add some beautiful roasted red peppers and then some more paprika. And you can just imagine when that's butterflied out and rolled up like a Swiss roll, all that lovely red and black chorizo, black pudding and all the other ingredients going through it, cut into slices. Imagine it smoked either as a piece or cooked in slices on the grill. What's not to like? So let's get on and build this. Now the trickiest part with this, because I had this idea in my head, is actually preparing your belly pork. So we've got a lovely piece of belly pork there. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just skin it, if I can get this in one piece, just to one end, and I'm going to leave about 1/2 inch still attached. So what we need to do then is, from the end that it's still connected, we want to try and split this in two. So into that bowl then I am going to put in, it's about 100 grams of black pudding. Well, 95. Then you want raw chorizo, or chorizo as my dad calls it, because he can't speak. So we'll just skin them, beautiful colour, and we'll get them in there. So got my black pud, my chorizo and my breadcrumbs in there. I've got this absolutely amazing roasted red pepper. It was in oil, the smell is superb, the colours are amazing. So obviously depending on the size of the pork you've got, obviously just judge it. You can add or take away whatever you want. You know, if you don't like the black pudding, put more chorizo in. If you don't like chorizo, just use plain sausage meat. You know, have some fun with this, but I just think the colours and those three products are going to be awesome together. So we're just going to give them a bit of a hammering. God, I sound Worcester there. A bit of a hammering. Get them into the mix, quite literally. They go in. See, I chopped on a separate board. All you food and safety nuts out there. Then, like I said at the start, sweated medium onion and garlic. Then a couple of decent tablespoons of paprika, 1 Egbert. Try and get it all over your block as well, because it looks good. And then just get your hand in. There's no other way, baby. This is how we roll on the SRP. Now, you want it quite wet, but if you think it's too wet, obviously add some more breadcrumbs, it won't hurt. And then if it's too dry, just add a spot of water. You know what I mean? Know what I mean, like? So I shall continue mixing that to the desired consistency. Okay then, so there's our pork, which we've butterflied out 2 ways. I'll show you why in a moment. There is that beautiful stuffing, which I hand mixed and broke down. Well, I say hand mixed. I pressed the pulse button on the Magimix. It was just easier to get the consistency I want. It's now perfect. I added a bit more breadcrumb because it was a bit wet, but that is absolutely superb. So what we need to do then is line it down this belly pork. Now obviously some bits will leach out, so don't worry, but you want to make sure you can get a decent covering, all that goodness in there, okay? And then when I wipe my hands, we need to roll this up. So starting at this end, we will gently start rolling it. Now, the reason I left and butterflied that belly pork is so I can put it back over and we have got this monster joint of belly pork. But I'm thinking, why don't we, instead of tying that up and leaving the skin on, I'm thinking outside the box, as I normally do. I will completely take that skin off and I'll put a few holding strings around it. I mean, it looks mad, doesn't it? It looks absolutely nuts at the moment. So just to reiterate then, you could leave, like I said, attached that skin on, but I'm thinking we'll take it off and I'm just going to put a couple of what I call a holding knot, which is like my butcher's knot, but you don't put pressure on it. You tie off a locking knot and then you take the knot to the meat, so we keep that stuffing in. I will put the link down in the comments to the video to show you how it's done. I'll put the both of them, how to tie the butcher's knot to learn the basic knot, and then this butcher's knot part 2, which is the holding knot. As you can see, because if you were to tie a butcher's knot, pull it tight, snap the knot off, you will push all of the stuffing out. So just gently taking the knot to the meat. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap that in cling film, because it's been under these lights, and I will get this chilling in the fridge. Then what I want to do is put some wooden skewers through and then cut these into 3, because I think they would go great on the grill, the barbie, the smoker, the frying pan, whatever, even just roasted whole in the oven. Hopefully it will be spectacular. Right, I'll get that chilling and we'll cut into it once it's rested. So all I've done then is wrap that tight in cling film, just rolling it along the block just to seal the ends. That will give us a lovely cylinder shape. By the time we put our skewers in, you know, we get 3, maybe 4 great roulades with the belly pork crackling. Right, like I said, I'm going to get this in the fridge, leave it a couple of hours, or by all means put it in the freezer to speed up the process. You want it firm but not frozen. Okay then, so this has been on chill to firm up. I must admit I did put it in the freezer like I said you could. So if we just take off the cling film, but what I want to do is I want to just put some skewers through it, because like I said, you can roast this whole, would be fantastic in the barbecue or the grill or the smoker, but I'm looking to cut this into, get in there, roulades with a bit of luck. And then one moment, incoming. Don't worry about my knife, folks. Easy when you know how. Easy when you know how. Give that a wipe. Let's see how this has turned out. Well, am I happy with the finished article? Well, it's not bad. Personally, I think, looking back now, that stuffing should be even more drier, because obviously when we tightened it up, a bit's come out. I mean, they look good. I think the main thing to do is obviously whack a couple in the oven and see how they turn out. So, just thought I'd give you a loving close-up then, and here are the finished roulades, looking quite cool. They've held together, which is cool. To be honest, I think these are actually begging, absolutely begging for the barbecue or the grill, the smoker, whatever. Anyway, let's see if the combo's good. Let's get in there. Some of that black pudding chorizo. Well, it's cooked to perfection. And the stuffing, it's just nuts. That is porcine overload. That is like 3 pigs have nicked a Ferrari, crammed their 3 little porcine carcasses in it and driven off. It's turbocharged pork, baby. Wow, my beautiful friends, it's awesome. It really is awesome. It's piggy overload. Man, 3 pieces of pork in one. It's outrageous. And you must give it a try, especially my friends over the pond. I'd love to see this smoked or with a real crispy char on it. I think it would do it the world of good. I mean, it's ace in the oven, but it needs to be taken to the next level. And talking about the next level, if you haven't already, please press the subscribe button. I'm gonna have another mouthful. Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode of the Scott Ree Project. What a beauty. And be sure to find me on my social media, Facebook, Scott Ree, The Scott Ree Project, and on Twitter at The Scott Ree Project. So until next time, take care. Little pig, let me in. That's what happened to him. See you later.